Hi everyone. I'm just going to do a quick video about, the dark sides of modeling and being an influencer. I'm going to talk about objectification, dehumanization, and just being a fetish. And I want to talk about how important it is to know who you are in Christ before you even think about modeling, or just for you to understand the world, because so much people go into it thinking that they're going to get this some kind of attention, they're going to be recognized, they're going to have all this attention and fame. And what I want people to realize that you can't let it get to your head, because sometimes they say, there's sorts of trolls that can say such horrible things, about models. They say horrible things and they degrade women, and you have to be careful about what kind of jobs you want to do, what jobs you feel comfortable doing. And it's so important to know who you are in Christ before you even try modeling, because that world is very harsh, rejection after rejection. So it's so important to know who you are in Christ and be confident and know what you're called to do, because sometimes people do want to get into modeling because of they want to impress their haters, they want revenge, and they want to prove people wrong. And it's just like there has to be more to it than that. It has to have some kind of purpose. Like, what are you trying to do for the world? Are you trying to have better role models for young girls, like young women? There has to be some kind of purpose there, because if you're just seeking fame and attention, there's going to be some men that look at you and say you're not beautiful, and that might make you feel sad, it might discourage you. And there's so many bullies and trolls that they'll put down your body, the body type, they'll put down your skin type, and there'll be a trend of a new girl, and they'll replace you. And it's just, you have to know who you are before you even try to do those type of modeling, because you have to worry about trolls and be dehumanized. But when you get fame, when you have fame, sometimes people just start to dehumanize you. They forget that you're human, so they just have this jealousy towards you. Like, you get catty girls, you have a lot of people hating on you, and sometimes modeling's not glamorous. You go to auditions, you go to castings, and sometimes it is lonely. It's lonely at the top. Like, sometimes you're surrounded by people that are opportunists. You're surrounded by users and stuff, and a lot of people think that modeling will be a access to finally be happy. Maybe you're the black sheep of the family. You're the black sheep of the family. You want to prove people wrong. You want to be a big influencer. You want to take over the world. But let me tell you something. If you're sensitive and you're broken, the same critical bullies in your family, you're gonna find out on trolls. You're gonna find out online. You're gonna find out on social media when they say horrible things about you. It's never gonna end. That same rejection wound that you felt when you was at school being bullied, and you felt bullied by your family member or something, the same bullies will be online. So you gotta heal that wound. You gotta heal that rejection wound, and just make sure that you heal yourself and have that encounter with God. Go to God for that validation, that void you're trying to fill, that can only be filled by God. It can only be filled by God. That you can have so much fame, and you can be crying for help, and people don't understand you, they just want opportunities from you, and they forget you're human. When you're going through a hard time, and you're dealing with trolls, you're dealing with someone that's dehumanizing you, or you're going through a bad relationship and then somebody's putting you down, and you have to deal with the horrible bullies, that sometimes you feel discouraged because you're just going through rejection after rejection. And you post a picture on social media, and it's just like, you feel like no one understands your pain, no one understands you're going through auditions and all the time, and you post one picture and they think that you made it, and sometimes you feel like you're alone. But let me tell you something, you have God. Let God know your pain. Instead of doing these, sometimes people just want that validation. They want it to finally be recognized. They want that clap. They want people to cheer for them. But it will never be enough. That void, not feeling content, feel like nothing's enough. That void will never be filled. People never will. It's just won't be enough. Affirmations and cheers and compliments and attention, it won't be enough. You need to give that to God. Like, you need to cry that pain to God and say, God, like, this pain I've been feeling for years. When I was younger, I thought that, you might think that fame and having attention will fill that void and you finally be happy. It's never true. It's just like, you're just constantly on this train, and you're just constantly trying to get that itch. You finally think you'll get that break. But let me tell you something, that God can fill that void. you could be intimate with God, and you'll feel more whole. You have wholeness because you're finally healing, and you're getting down the root of the problem you've been going through. So it's so important to realize that if you do want to get into like being an influencer or a model, make sure that you have purpose behind it. Make sure you know who you are, because these trolls online and these people say that they're criticizing, they're not doing anything. They're like, a lot of people are not growing, but they'll just criticize you. That could discourage you. So know who you are in Christ before you try and pursue a career like that. So I hope that helped. If you need anything, you could just email me for like prayer requests and coaching and counseling. Hope this helps. Bye.